God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains, through the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Oh, God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, our heroes will now open the marketplace. The green button.
And there you have it from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, the opening of the markets. A great deal of reference shown for the firefighters of New York City, the firefighters from all over the country that have come in here, and a defiant statement from the chairman of the New York Stock Exchange saying the U.S. will find, punish, and in his words, obliterate those responsible for these terrorist attacks, saying that the 2 minutes of silence were meant to reflect on those lost, those killed, those injured in New York, Pennsylvania, and New York, and those that might still be alive. And you can see the NASDAQ has a new look, work site, a new look right now with the big words open across the front of the facade. It was an amazing group of people surrounding the chairman of the stock exchange this morning. Dick Grasso's flanked by the governor of New York, both Senators Hillary Clinton and Senator Chuck Schumer, as well as firefighters, police officers, and other folks involved in the massive effort to continue the rescue and cleanup operation. Let's go to Lou Dobbs right now for what he saw during the moment of silence and what he saw once the markets got open. Lou, can you hear me?
Yes, Paul, I can hear you. I hope you can hear me. It is not often at the New York, as a matter of fact, it has never happened in my experience, 2 decades here, that one could not hear the opening bell because of the thunderous applause. These traders, these specialists, giving the welcome that they deem appropriate to the representatives of both the fire and the police department here. And as those representatives rang the opening bell, it didn't take long to see what was in store for this market. The Dow is off 110 points already. Looking over at the NASDAQ, it's already fallen 109 points. Those are the lowest levels of the year already. We knew it would be a difficult open, and while it's much too early to judge, for the first few minutes of trading, we've been open now just a little better than 2 minutes. These are significant declines, and we see in almost every sector, whether it be financial, retailing, airlines, of course, we knew would be hard hit today, and they are being. We have a very weak open, and we'll just have to see what's going to occur throughout the morning here. But so far, we've seen no let up in the selling.
Lou, I guess it is fair to assume now that we've heard that very powerful rendition of God Bless America that most Americans will never hear that song the way they once did. You, I know, have talked with people who have shared with you the very conflicting emotions they're feeling today as they get back to work and try to keep these markets propped up.
Yes, there is, and I said this early this morning, I would hope that no one would decide to buy a stock in the belief that he or she could change the direction of this market. I understand the patriotic support, but the fact is that this market, what makes this such a powerful market is that it's a free market, an efficient market, and the basis of free market democracy in this country. Vote your heart, your pocketbook, but be a long-term investor as you should have been before, and I hope you will be after, and including today, because that's what makes this country and these markets work, moving in self-interest and moving decisively with your money that you want to invest in these markets. This is a strong, resilient economy and market. And no matter what happens here in the short term, in the next few hours or the next few days, this country is blessed with a very strong economy and the greatest democracy in the world.
Lou, earlier on you were reporting about the significance of the Fed's announcing a half-point rate cut, and you told me earlier you didn't think that would move the markets all that much. But what are traders telling you about their reaction to the half-point cut?
Their reaction is muted. In point of fact, they are now looking at a Fed funds rate of 3%, a discount rate of 2.5%. In any other environment, this would be wonderful. In point of fact, it is the 8th cut, the 3rd intermeeting rate cut this year. We see right now with the Dow Jones Industrials off 143 points, the NASDAQ Composite off 103 points at new lows. It's not having an appreciable effect. Combined, however, with strong leadership, strong support for the president, a high consumer confidence going into the open of this market, these things will ultimately have a very positive effect. I'd like, if I may, to bring in Joe Grano, who is the CEO of UBS, Ping Weber, and Joe, good to see you. If I can ask you to step over here just a bit for our cameras. I know this is going to be a terribly difficult time for you. Give us your thoughts on this day.
Well, I couldn't be prouder to be an American and prouder to be part of this industry. The real heroes are east of Broadway, west of Broadway, and these gentlemen and ladies in this room sent a message to the free world that we're going to maintain a free market. And we are the center of that capital market, and it was imperative that we got open today.
And great credit has to be given to Dick Grasso and to this community for getting this market back in very short order.
Well, last week, all of the heads of the firms met, and there are a lot of unsung heroes in that regard, too. All of our employees that worked throughout the nights. I'd like to particularly signal the work that Verizon has done. Their crews have been going, and they've lost some people in this tragedy as well, and I couldn't be prouder of their efforts and the efforts of all the employees of the street.
As Joe Grano points out, what many people may not realize, the largest switching station for Verizon was located under 7 World Trade Center, which of course collapsed. The work that's been done here by Con Ed, Verizon, and all these firms is
they lost a switching center in the tower,